Hey everyone, welcome to Area 616. Well guys, it's almost time to journey through Wakanda this Friday with Black Panther, and as always, I wanted to start the week off with a consensus from critics for the film. As always, I'll include links to these reviews in the comments. They include Rotten Tomatoes, Mr. Sunday Movies, The Washington Post, Variety, Empire, and Irish Independent. That last one may seem a little out of place. I'll get to why in just a second. But also, at the end of this video, I do have an announcement regarding the whole Black Panther week thing and the future of this channel, so stick around for that. But the first thing I wanted to mention, just because it's absolutely hilarious to me, is the DCEU fanboys' evil plot to take down Black Panther. You might have heard of this, but of course, most of the DC Extended Universe films get a very low score on Rotten Tomatoes. Besides Wonder Woman, the scores currently stand at 55%, 27%, 26%, and 40%. The fans of these movies are enraged by this, claiming that Disney is paying critics to give these movies bad reviews, and that it's all a conspiracy. It can't possibly be that they're just bad movies, no. It's a plan forged by the mouse himself to take down DC movies. For some reason. This doesn't explain why Wonder Woman escaped with a 92%, but regardless, they've decided to take action and purposefully ruin Black Panther's tomato score. But they were stopped by Rotten Tomatoes. And Black Panther currently sits at 97%, with only 3 bad reviews counted. It's just funny to me how insecure these people are, though they did succeed with the IMDb score for Black Panther, which is currently 6.6 out of 10. So yeah, hope that makes you feel better, guys. Anyway, the Black Panther critics' consensus reads, Black Panther elevates superhero cinema to thrilling new heights while telling one of the MCU's most absorbing stories and introducing some of its most fully realized characters. As you've probably heard, Black Panther is getting a stunning amount of good reviews. Pretty much everyone agrees that it's one of the best superhero movies ever made, and one of the MCU's best entries to date. The cast and characters are top among the praises, with everyone said to be great characters elevated by awesome performances. One praise I've heard a lot is Ryan Coogler, the director, and his ability to weave so many character arcs together into a flowing story. Probably the most surprising one was the amount of praise surrounding Michael B. Jordan's Eric Killmonger, the main villain of the movie. I didn't expect him to be hated, I just expected him to be received as an average MCU villain. But apparently he's one of the best in years. Apparently his motives are crystal clear and very sympathetic. So while you don't necessarily agree with what he's doing, you do understand why he's doing it, and he does make valid points. Which is what makes a good villain. You look at the MCU's other great villains, them being Loki, the Vulture, Wilson Fisk, Kilgrave. They all have reasons they're the way they are, and they're all, at least to some degree, sympathetic. You feel for them in a way. So it sounds like Killmonger will join those ranks as one of the great MCU villains. It's said the film is unlike any MCU movie before because it has a lot of purpose and a real depth to it. Now, the reason I included the Irish Independent earlier is because it's actually the only negative review that I personally found, and it's just bonkers. The reviewer says that the movie is disappointing because T'Challa doesn't, quote, get to do much jumping around, beating up bad guys. And this comes right after he praises a car chase sequence in the movie that he describes as going on forever. But he says that he didn't like the climax because it was more emotionally powerful and not just Black Panther flipping around explosions, punching people. Yeah, he didn't like Black Panther because it was just too dang good. But in short, the general consensus is that Black Panther is a new high for the superhero genre, telling an impactful story set to an entertaining film filled with great characters. But yeah, there you have it. If anyone in the audience has been lucky enough to see this early, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. I know the people in the UK get to see it today, So if you're from there and you've seen it, let me know what you thought of it. Though, of course, keep it spoiler free. Now, before I go, I'd like to make a quick announcement. It's something that may very well disappoint a lot of you guys, but I feel like it will ultimately lead to better content. I'm not going to do the week-long, one video every day things anymore, starting with Black Panther. There are a lot of reasons for this, but the main ones are it's exhausting and takes a lot of my enjoyment out of the movies and shows themselves, and B, it eats up a lot of video ideas that would be better suited to be left for later. For example, in last year's Defenders Week, I did a Future of the Defenders video before I saw the show, but I should have done that video after the Defenders came out, so that way I'd actually have something to talk about in it. But I made it then not because I wanted to or even that I liked it, just because I felt like I had to and couldn't think of anything else to do. So yeah, basically it's just a lot of work put into something that, in my opinion, just isn't worth it in the end. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but I feel like it's the best move for me. This year, I really want to put quality over quantity. I have my video set for this Friday. It's an X-Men and Fantastic Four update for predicting Phase 4 of the MCU. It's going to be a monster of a video, so I think it'll make up in part for the absence of Black Panther week. Who knows, I may make like one extra video when Jessica Jones or Infinity War comes out, if I have an idea for one, but I don't want to promise anything. But with all that said, let me know your thoughts and theories about anything in the video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Miss me with that bullshit. You ain't really wild, you a tourist. I be blacking out with the purist. I made 100,000, then I freaked it. I made 5